Tselane, thank you very much for joining us. Let's shoot straight into it. How many ballot papers should I expect to get for the LGE 2021 as a voter?
Thank you very much for having me. When it comes to municipal elections, the number of ballot papers issued to a voter depends on the area of their residence. Those who are living in local municipalities receive 3 ballot papers. The first ballot paper being for a ward candidate. That ward candidate can either be an independent or can be a candidate representing a political party. And the second ballot paper is that for the local municipality. And that second ballot paper is for proportional representation. It means it goes to a political party. And then the third one is for the district municipality. It is also a proportional representation ballot. So those who are living in those areas, therefore, will be issued with 3 ballot papers, all representing those 3 areas that I've mentioned, the ward, the local municipality, as well as the district council. And those who are living in metropolitan councils will receive 2 ballot papers, one being for a ward candidate, and the second one being for proportional representation for that metropolitan council.
Okay, perfect, very clear. Now, the other question is, as a voter, do I have to vote for the same party on all ballot papers, or is it possible to split my vote on different parties?
The decision on how to vote and how to cast a vote, it's really a decision of a voter. A voter will, having listened to all the political parties and candidates who are contesting the elections, make a decision that they feel comfortable with. They can, in any of those ballot papers, vote according to what they want. So it does not really matter if you're voting for one political party or if you're voting for different political parties or different candidates, as long as you make sure that in one ballot paper, you only cast a ballot once. In other words, you mark that ballot only once in the appropriate box.
Okay. Now, what constitutes a spoiled ballot paper or a spoiled ballot?
A spoiled ballot, it's a ballot which does not indicate how the voter wanted to vote. In other words, if in a ballot paper, you'll find that the ballot paper has been marked in such a manner that it is not possible for officials of the IEC to be able to make a determination of what a voter wanted to vote for. That ballot is going to be regarded as a spoiled ballot. This could be a ballot, for instance, where a voter has voted for 2 political parties or more than 1 political party in one ballot paper, or alternatively, has not marked the ballot paper at all. That ballot paper, which has been deposited in the ballot box, will be regarded as a spoiled ballot.
Okay, this one is closely related. In fact, the next 2 are closely related to that question. They want to know, what should I do if I make a mistake on my ballot paper?
If you make a mistake in a ballot paper, before you deposit that ballot paper into a ballot box, you've got to notify the presiding officer so that the presiding officer can reissue you with another ballot paper. And then that ballot paper where you had made a mistake will be taken as a damaged ballot. Okay. It still has to be accounted for during the reconciliation, but a voter will not have to worry about that. All that a voter has got to do is to submit a damaged ballot to the presiding officer, and the presiding officer will reissue that voter with a new ballot.
Okay, in terms of what I use to indicate who I'm choosing, whether a candidate or a party, do I have to put an X next to my chosen candidate or party?
It does not really matter whether you're putting an X or any mark in the relevant box. All that is required is for you to be able to, as a voter, to put a mark in the relevant box that indicates which political party is that of your preference.
Okay. And what should I keep in mind in terms of avoiding what to do on my ballot paper?
Once you are issued with a ballot paper, make sure that a ballot paper, you only mark where it is relevant for you to mark for a party that you want to vote for, and make sure that you mark only in the relevant ballot box, and it is clear that you want to vote for a particular political party or candidate. And also, especially in regard to ensuring this, the sanctity of the vote, a voter must make sure that they do not capture the details of how they have voted. In other words, a voter cannot go into a voting station with a cell phone and capture a ballot paper details after they've actually cast the vote. In fact, a cell phone is not allowed in a voting station because it can compromise the sanctity of a vote.
Okay, so now people should just relax on social media and trying to show us who they have voted for. I think I like that one. Thank you for that point. Now, can I vote outside the municipality where I am registered?
In municipal elections, it is not possible for a person to vote anywhere other than where they are registered. So all the voters must make sure that they go to the registrations where they registered to vote in order to be able to cast a vote. Unlike in national and provincial elections, where it is possible for a person to vote at a station other than where they are registered, it is not allowed during municipal elections.
And the last question, can I, as a voter, wear my political party gear when I go to cast my vote? Is that allowed?
A voter is not prohibited from wearing any regalia that they want to wear when they go to a voting station. The only people who are prohibited from wearing party regalia are the party agents. Party agents, when they get to the voting station, they are issued with armbands that indicate they are party agents, and also an indication of which political party they are representing. And they are prohibited from wearing the party colors of the parties that they are representing. However, a voter is not prohibited from doing that. Any voter, a voter can wear whatever they want to wear when they go to cast the vote.
Now, I just want us to reassure someone who has been intimidated by a member of a certain political party, could be a leader, could be just a member of a party, to say, hey, when you go vote, you have to vote for this party or else. What advice would you give such a person who's been intimidated to vote for a particular party which is not of their choice?
That particular person must report that individual or a political party that is doing that to the officials of the IEC, and appropriate action would have to be taken against that particular person. No one is allowed to intimidate voters. No one is supposed to interfere with the voters' right to choose whatever political party that they want to choose or what that they want to vote for. So it is against the code of conduct for any person to try to force a voter to vote for a particular party, that they never intend to vote for.
Thank you very much, Ntate Tselane.
Thank you.